everyone, welcome to 1 Hour Monday. Nice to have you all here with me in the studios of CTRIM.
Hello everyone, welcome.
Someone asked me what actually
Hour
CTRIM
Monday.
is and what CTRIM
Nice to have you
means,
all
and I promise to say
here
today.
with me in the studios
CTRIM
of
actually stands
CTRIM.
for
Hello everyone,
Christ.
welcome.
Someone
to
asked me
1
what actually
Hour
CTRIM
Monday.
is and what CTRIM
Nice to
means,
have
and we
you
are
all.
just a
I promise to
church
say
somewhere
here
in
the
Gillingham,
studios
Kent.
actually stands
And God has blessed us with our own studio, and that's where we shoot our 1 Hour Monday and 2 Minute Sunday from. So welcome everyone to the June edition of 1 Hour Monday. This is Edith Adebayo, LIA. So welcome everyone to the June the child of the Most High God coming your way. This is Edith Adebayo, LIA. And today we're going to be talking about relationships. So I'm going to be trying to bring together all the sessions of and today 2 Minute Sunday that we did in May. I'm going to bring them together. I'm going to be trying to bring together. I'd like to say thank you to the producer who actually sat in for me last month when I was unavailable. I went on holiday, by the way, and unfortunately how do you people say it, you children, modern people, I goofed. And I went on holiday and actually booked it, to clash with 1 Hour Monday. I'm really, really, really sorry. In the future, I will not do it. But my holiday was lovely. I had fun. I'm back refreshed, renewed, energized, excited. And, I'm just here now with you guys. Dr. Efiomo, David, my junior sister, I love you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in. You are the first person to join in today. God bless you. So today, as you know, it's something I like to hear people talk to me as I talk to you. And I like you to please call, to comment, contribute, ask questions, whatever it is you want to say. Even if it's just to hail someone or give a shout out, please call on 075 23 815 300, and the number is also on the screen. Thank you to all the crews of the crew members of 1 Hour Monday, our brother Eddie, his family, and Chicks TV, the producer, everybody that is here supporting us. Thank you very, very, very much. And here we go. I'd like to start today by actually dedicating a song to the Lord Almighty, to the Most High God, to the Alpha and Omega, the author and finisher of my soul, the one who made me in his image, who created me. He loves me so much, and God has been so faithful to me. And I want to dedicate a special song, sing this song to God, because it was my birthday, and this is the song I used to enjoy my birthday and glorify God for adding another year to my life. And the song has been blessing me. I've been playing this song almost every day, and it's titled Chinedum, and it's by Mercy Chinwo. You know this lady who sang Jesus, you love me too much, oh. This is her latest, so please enjoy with me. Thank you.
Anywhere you lead me, I will go. 'Cause you are the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus, you never leave me nor forsake me. Except you build a house, the builders build in vain. Me, I will follow you, they go. Anywhere you lead me, I will go. Jesus, my life is for your glory, your glory. Chinedumo, 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 taking me higher, Jesus. You never leave me nor forsake me. You saw me through the whole time I've been born, from my mother's womb to my first year, every year of my life. You have been good. You have been great, Lord. You are taking me higher, Lord. Higher and higher, Lord. I give you the glory. I give you the praise.
Jesus, the King of Kings, is all about you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. My life is for your glory, Lord. Your glory. Make the little things I do be like saying a big thing, so your grace makes the difference, just embarrass me, oh. I like it, oh. I like the way you let do me, oh. Promotion everywhere, contract everywhere, plenty money everywhere, because you don't need me every day. I say I like it, oh. I like the way you don't leave me, oh. Jesus, I like the way you are leading me, Lord. I love the way you've been blessing me, guiding me, protecting me, promoting me, my health, my family, my church, my community, my friends, my loved ones, everything that you've been doing for me, Lord. I do want to give you the glory, oh Lord. You never leave me nor forsake me, Lord. I thank you, 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 Lord. Again and again, Lord, I give you the glory. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for taking me higher, oh Lord, for making me see another year, oh Lord, in my life, oh Lord, for blessing me, oh Father. Many were born with me, they are not alive today, oh Lord. It's not because I'm special, Lord, but because it's because of you, Lord. My life is for your glory. Except you build a house, Lord. The builders build the vein. Me, I go follow you, they go. Anywhere you lead me, I will go. Jesus. My life is for your glory. Your glory. Chinedumo, 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 Chinedumo. I will follow you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Thank you, everyone, for joining me, for rocking that music with me. I really, 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 really like it. I really, really, really like that song, the way God has been blessing me. And I want you to listen to that song. Just go to YouTube and type Chinedum and rock it and enjoy it, because God has been so faithful. And I give God all the glory for what he has done, for sustaining us, and for even bringing us to another month of 1 hour Monday. You know, this program started like a joke. I was just like, okay, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And yes, guess what? 2 Minute Sunday was born, and now 1 hour Monday was born. Thank you, Jesus. I'd like to give a shout out to people who are online with me. My junior sister, my wonderful, blessed sister. I can testify. I can even do a 1 hour Monday show about her. I can testify about this sister because God has been so good to her. My immediate junior sister, Dr. Efiomo David, thank you for joining me. Mr. Konkolo, ooh, he's always by my side. One day, I will let you guys know who Mr. Konkolo is. Ekie Laho, my beautiful sister, God bless you. Thank you for joining us. And yes, Caro Oloke, wow, my beautiful sister, wow, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Another beautiful sister, Sister Tayo. Oh my God, Sister Tayo Balogun, thank you so much for joining. I really, really appreciate you. Hello sis, beautiful song, and it will surely continue to lead you in Jesus' name. Many blessings. My beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blessed sister, Sister Mawa, my daughter, my other daughter, Grace. That is her mom. I love you all so much. Thank you. God bless you. And if you are joining me on Facebook as well, thank you for joining in. Like I said, today we are going to be talking about relationships. And I will appreciate if you can call and contribute comments or ask questions on 07523 815 300. So in the month of May, apart from my birthday, that was special, I had 4 sessions, I think, of 2 Minute Sunday. Let's see, if we go back to the calendar, let's see what actually happened. Not that it matters, but it would be good to just know for record purposes. We had 4 Sundays in the month of May. So I would have brought you 4 editions of 2 Minute Sunday. And I know that the whole month was talking about relationships. So I know that we talked about red flags. And I want to expand on red flags as my introduction this evening, because I do believe that in many occasions when you are in a relationship, you will get yellow flag, red flag, you will get green flag. Just like the traffic light when you are driving. And you know, when you see that amber, which I call yellow flag, that is saying get ready to stop, isn't it? And then the red flag says, the red light says stop. And then it goes back to amber again, and then it goes to green, and you can move. Thank you for joining me, Brother Larry Oyibo, all the way from Nigeria. Thank you, my darling Kewe. God bless you. Winifred Francis, thank you. God bless you. So that is the same thing with relationship. For me, I would say that when I get into the relationship, the first one is that amber. That amber, you know, when you just get to the traffic light, you are heading towards the traffic light, and the amber light comes up, and it's like, get ready to stop. I would say that when you get into relationship, you need to look at that amber first. You don't rush in and just put all the green lights to say, go ahead, I want you. It makes you look desperate, especially for people like us, you know, we women. You know, when your father, your mother, your community, your church, your junior sister is even married, your friends, even the last born in your house is married, and you are clocking that 40 and you are not married. When that brother comes, you know, oh, you are just out there, you just want it to happen fast. I think it's better to take a step back. So in relationship, the first thing is that amber light. Just take it easy. Take it to God in prayer. I cannot overemphasize that point. Ask for God to give you wisdom, for God to give you understanding, to reveal this person to you. Whether you are female, whether you are male, ask God, Lord, I have this beautiful sister I'm eyeing in church. She just attended our church a few months ago. I've been watching her. I'm single. I like her. You know, pray to God about it. And then talk to your pastor if it's a church situation. Because sometimes, you know, especially we that live, let me put this earring, is disturbing me. Especially people like us that live in the diaspora. There are some things that your pastor might be privileged to know that you might not know. You might not know now that Mrs. Adebayo, you might just know me as Sister Edith in the church. You might not actually know that I'm married and my husband is in Nigeria, or he's gone to the USA, or he's in Canada, or I might not be married, but I might be engaged to be married. And I don't expect pastor to come to the pulpit to be announcing that everybody, you don't ask Sister Edith out because she's about to get married, though she has a brother somewhere. No. So there are things that pastor might know that you will not know. So it's also good to also talk to pastor before you fall deeply in love, you know. And then someone asked me that, is it good for women to approach man? Please call in and comment. For me, I'm still of the old school. I would not approach a man. If I'm single and I like a man, I might do things to enhance my presence or to make my presence known to that man. Maybe he's in the choir, I will join the choir, or he's in the ushering department, I will join the ushering department, or maybe it's the place of work, I will be going to where he is, I will be doing notice me or I die kind of moves. But I will not go and approach a man and ask a man on a date, on a dinner date. But things have changed. Life has moved on. People meet in all sorts of places. People meet through connections, through Facebook, through social media. People meet live. So things have changed. So that's just me. Welcome, Sister Cheryl. Thank you for joining us. She says, good evening, Sister Edith and everyone. You are doing a good job. Thank you, sis. God bless you. So for me, I wouldn't. So let's say we now agree, this brother has asked me out, we are now dating, you know, I will still be a bit cautious, I will still be on my amber. And then gradually, as I begin to build trust, you know, we talked about spending time together, getting to know one another, getting to meet the important people in his life, understanding what he or she likes, understanding what he or she doesn't like. Just that friendship, first level friendship. Not anything deeper, not talking about marriage, not planning marriage, just that first level friendship where it's possible for even when a woman meets a woman or a man meets a brother, you know, that first level friendship, you start there and you build it up gradually. And then after this amber, that is when you can then decide if you are going to the green light or you are going to the red light. But the thing is that in relationships, many of us see the red flags. We see the red flags. They are just waving at us everywhere, but we decide to go because of pressure, because of desperation, because of one thing or the other. And many times we get married and the marriage ends up in separation, divorce, abuse, unhappiness, you know. You will not believe it. realized by listening to a man on social media, and when he was saying about the fact that marriage does not give you happiness, it was very surprising to me. And unfortunately for my pastor mentioned it again on Sunday. And I was thinking about it in terms of my show I'm going to do today. It's true, you know. If you are not a happy person naturally, and you just think that when you get married, that is it, happiness has come. My darling, sorry to burst your bubble. Marriage does not equate to happiness. In fact, it's difficult. Marriage is complicated. So I don't think that people should be rushing into marriage so quickly. You have to understand that person. There are steps to this. That is why these red flags are very, very important. What are red flags? You know, there are some things. Okay, I want to marry Brother Kayode now. We are dating. For me, I might have some ideas in my head that, okay, I want my husband to be tall, yellow, black, medium size, big chest, six-pack, have a job, whatever my criteria is. I know that. But there are some things that are a no for me. And there are some things that are a maybe, I can manage, I can tweak. That's the difference between the red flag and the amber flag. There are some things that as you go along, you find out that, oh, you know, this brother can chew gum, and you don't like. I'm only saying that because the producer has something in his mouth, and that's the example I could give you. It's not chewing gum, or maybe it's eating sweet. You see, he didn't give me now. So what I'm trying to say is that maybe that is just a ton of complete put off for you. If you think he's going to change after you marry him and he will not chew gum again, my darling, I'm sorry, it will not happen. It will take the grace of God to change him. Sister Joyce Adekoya, thank you, my beautiful, beautiful sister. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining. Please, you guys, call in. So those things that are a complete no for you, that you know you cannot manage, don't think he's going to change. I mean, you can talk about it before the marriage, before the wedding. You can talk about it and decide on, you know, what is best for both of you and see if it can change and things can happen. But when you see that some things are a no. If it's somebody that, for example, when I had this case brought to me, a sister called me. She was dating this guy. This guy earns very good salary for UK standard. I think he was earning just over £2,000 a month. But you know the problem with this guy? Within 5 days to 1 week of him getting paid, this guy has finished the money. He's the kind of person that believes in, oh, I want to buy a pair of jeans. As he gets paid, he's going to buy that pair of jeans. He pays his bills, but he doesn't remember that actually the month has 30 to 31 days. He doesn't know how to plan his income, that when you work, you have to spread the money, because we have one income every 31 days. So if you finish your own within 5 to 7 days, what are you going to do? He believes that because he has done all the shopping in his house for the whole month, and because he has bought his travel card for the whole month, you know, whatever is left, he can go and buy new clothes, or he can do this and do that. And he forgets that anything can happen in the course of the month. And that was a red flag for that sister, because she called me and she was saying, Sister Edith, this my would-be suitor, husband to be fiancé, does he not realize that when he gets married to me, I'm his responsibility, and we might have children, and we might, you know, move from he's looking at his one-bedroom flat. We might move, you know, does he not realize that he needs to save? She was very concerned, and she brought it up with him, and she found out that he is not bothered. To him, he feels that, oh, because me and you will marry, so obviously there'll be two income in the home, and you know that will take care of itself naturally. I tell you, no, it won't take care of itself naturally. If he's the kind of person that is a spendthrift and is not ready to calm down and realize that marriage comes with responsibilities, it comes with roles, you're going to be having problems. So for that lady, that sister, that was a red flag. That was a red flag. Sister Bola Lawson, oh, welcome. Thank you, sis. Thank you. God bless you for joining. And Sister Tayo is saying, so true. Red flag, but eyes closed. Yes. We see the red flags, but we choose not to notice them. And when we get into marriage, we start having problems. So, a man that, when you are courting him, he's trying to raise his hand at you. He wants to know where you are. You know, I used to hear of this man that when he was dating this girl, when he calls her in Nigeria, he was here. If she's in the market buying pepper, if she doesn't speak to the Iya Tontata, the Iya Lata woman to say, take her, please tell her, she's in the market, or she's in Onigbongbo in Maryland, she's buying pepper and Ewedu, he will not believe. If she's doing her hair in the salon, if he doesn't speak to the auntie hairdresser, yes, so she's in my shop, number 1 Plaza Street, Maryland, he will not believe. When you begin to see those kind of attitudes, why are you wearing this? Someone like me that like all my shine now, your makeup is too much, your this is too much. You will have problems when you marry such a man. He's only doing it little like that because you are not yet married. By the time you sign the dotted line, he will see you as his property. And he will so contain you that the day you will do something he does not like, the next thing you're going to hear is equal sigh on your face, and domestic violence will get into this thing. So there are many reasons why red flags are very important. Moving on quickly, we also talked about some brothers. This one is more for brothers, in the church especially. They will just be with you. Not clear like me now. Imagine if my producer, Brother ID, if I'm coming to church on Sunday after service, just I did, let me give you a lift home now. And then he gives me a lift home. Then on the way, say, will you eat Kentucky? I say yes. Then he go and buy me Kentucky. That's one Sunday. Then 3 Sundays later, when he's come to church, he will just bring me a malt. I just say that watermelon is outside. I say it's in season. I say maybe I just buy you watermelon. Then he does that. Then when we are going to, maybe church is having a program, he will just sit down next to me. Hey, Sister Edith. You know, I will start thinking that this brother likes me, isn't he? I'll be thinking that, hey, he's going to ask me out. I'll be hoping and maybe me too. I've started liking him. His name is Eddie. My own name is Edith. See how beautiful he will be. I'm already fantasizing. Whereas this brother has no whatsoever, he doesn't have any plan for me in terms of relationship. You know, some of these kind of brothers, even graduates that you even start going to his house. Because I remember those days in Nigeria, some of us will go to their parents' house. They even help mama to fetch water, wash clothes, sweep, do everything. However, the brother doesn't want to marry you. The brother doesn't want to be in a relationship with you. He's just seeing you as we are both members of the same church. Oh, I like the way you sing, sister. Or I like the way you dress. Or you talk. I like gisting with you. When you find those kind of brothers around you, please, you need to be clear what you are doing. Before you go and have heart attack, that brother will give you invitation one day. I say, Sister, I'm just inviting you for my wedding. I'm getting married to Sister Ifoma. Oh, hey, welcome to my wedding. You just go and faint. Imagine. That's what happens in church, you know, sometimes. So please be clear. And even when you're actually dating, and if, for example, Brother Eddie had actually asked me out and says that I like you, I want us to be in a relationship, and you've been dating for a few weeks, few months, few years, and your mouth is in the permanent position of you don't want to mention marriage, you think that Brother Eddie will feel, oh, you are too this, you are too that. I don't think that is right, you know, because you can be there 5 years, oh. You need to talk. Say, okay, you've asked me, I've been dating. What is your own definition of relationship? Is it that you just want us to be dating and be keeping one another company and be going out? Mind you, no sex before marriage. I'm not talking about that kind of keeping one another company. Or you want us to work towards building a home together, building a future together. You need to be clear and define these things, you know. You need to be clear. I listened to this man of God on the social media, and he was talking about this woman that she met a man in America, and the woman met this man in America and they started dating, you know, and eventually about 3 years down the line, the woman became pregnant, and she now found out after 3 years that the man was actually married. But she said that she asked the man, and the man said he wasn't married. And the man of God said he asked the woman that, so why did you not go to brother's house? Did you not talk to his mother, father? Did you not go to his church? Did you not ever, you know what I'm trying to say? Similarly, when you are in a relationship with somebody, it is very important to know the significant people in this person's life, both for women and both for men. I don't expect Brother Eddie to be dating me now. We've been dating for 1 year, and he's told me that Sister Edith, we are planning to build a home together, and he's never ever spoken to my mother. Even if your mother is in the village, they will say the network is not working. Those are red flags. You watch it. You don't know his important people. He doesn't have any friend. You know why? If you eventually get married to him and you have problem in the marriage, you won't have anybody that will talk to him. Oh. You will not have anybody that you'll be able to meet and say, Brother Lagbaja, please, I want to report my husband to you. You will not have anybody because you don't know the significant people in his life. So it's very important that when you are dating somebody, you need to know the person in her life or his life. Her friends, what kind of friends is she keeping? Is it the kind of man that likes boys night out? Is it the one that we get drunk and we forget, his name? What kind of things does she? Is she a party person? Does she like going to parties all the time? I tell you, if you marry her, she will still go to her party. So you have to be clear about these things. Who are her friends? What church does she go to? Is she a worker in the church? When she gets angry, how does she behave? When she gets hungry, or when the man is hungry, does he become a beast? If people provoke him, how does he respond? Is he a person of integrity? You need to begin to ask yourself questions. Okay, he's in this age, why is he not married? Or okay, does he have children before? Can I cope? Does she have children before? There's nothing wrong with getting married to a single mother, but be prepared for the package. It's a package. The white man says, if you want me, you take me and my dog. You understand? You begin to ask questions. You begin to spend time together and know this person, gist about random things, and know this person very well. Talk about what does he like doing on Monday? How does he behave after church on Sunday? When he finishes work, what does he do? What is his best food? Is it the person that likes to swallow all the time? We are living in the white man's land. Is it the kind of person you can give spaghetti bolognese to? Or when you give him spaghetti bolognese at 7 p.m., by 9 he will say to you, dear, we have not had dinner. Is it the kind of person that likes his rice or he likes pounded yam? Does he like his woman to eat? Does he like going out for meals? Your wife too, is she the person, the kind of woman that she doesn't like the kitchen that much, or she doesn't clean? She comes from church on Sunday, she will throw her clothes she wore to church over the wardrobe door, and next Sunday she will come back again and she will throw that one again over the wardrobe door, and on Friday she went for a party, she will throw that one. She's untidy, she's messy. Even toothpaste cause problem in marriage. So you need to be able to spend time together, and as you do, you will find out that you are building the relationship up. And then you will now begin to see the ones you can tolerate, the ones you can work on. Nobody knows it all. Nobody knows it all. I would like to tell you testimonies about myself and the impact that marriage has made in my own life. I'm the kind of person that don't like visiting people. As much as you see me that I'm quite, maybe open and quite, bubbly. I'm a bubbly personality type of lady. But I find it difficult to go to your house, and many people on the platform that are my good friends, so they can tell you how many times I visit. I'm not very good with visiting. And I'm not very good with having friends. So if Sister Joy is the one sitting beside me now, at that point in time, Sister Joy is my best friend. If tomorrow is Sister Precious is my best friend. I'm not very good at following friendship and. And then because of that, I found out that when people get married or when people have babies, I wasn't visiting them. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I didn't think I needed to. I'll wait for them to come to church and then I will see them. I don't visit, and it's not good. And when I got married, my husband pointed it to me. So I'd like to ask you a question, and I want people to call in, and there might be a prize. And my question is, we'll be talking about relationship. Who would you rather have? A partner that snores. You are the kind of sister that you don't like snoring at all. You can't stand people who snore. Those kind of snore that when they are snoring, the house is actually shaking. Not small snore, those really heavy snore. Or a brother that has bad mouth odor. Which one would you prefer? The mouth odor or the snoring? Or neither? And give your reasons. Please call and contribute. A partner with a smelly mouth or a partner who snores at night. Same thing with women. Some of us women, we snore too now. Sister Edith, she snores. As fine as I am, when I'm sleeping and I'm tired, I'm sure I snore, but I don't think I have a smelly mouth. That smelly mouth topic is another topic for another day, because somebody asked me that how do you tell somebody that they have a smelly mouth? We say we are doing sisterhood rock and we are doing friendship, and I've noticed that my friend's mouth is smelling. Will I tell her that, sister, your mouth get as it be, or your body get as it be? When the woman is married with children and the husband has not told her, is it my place to tell her, because sisterhood rocks? Please join in and please contribute. So as we are waiting for you to call and contribute, as we are talking about this relationship, you are building it up, like that, then you start talking about marriage, you start planning your wedding, you start deciding where do we want to get married. At this point that you are talking wedding, you should make sure your parents meet. Your mother knows her mother. Make sure your parents meet. Then make sure you have counseling. It is very, 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 very important, because the work of the coach, the marriage coach or the counselor, is to fish out the things that you might not fish out between yourself as you are talking and building the relationship up. When I went for my marriage counseling, my pastor asked my husband and I that, where do we want to spend our years when we retire? And I'm looking at the man like this. Me, I'm just even talking about honeymoon. You are talking about retirement. I'm not even, And he said to me that it's very important. Before you know it, you'll be saying, me, I don't want to move back to Nigeria. And the other one is saying, me, I want to move back to Nigeria. That is the job of the life of the marriage coach. And I want to put it out there to you that it's not every pastor that is a marriage coach. If your pastor is not gifted in that area, if possible, pay a marriage coach. If you need one, please see me. I have a pastor that is a marriage coach. See me, and I will direct you to this man of God. He did my own wedding counseling, and he does the pre-wedding counseling. And when you get married, there's even after, where you can always go back and top this thing up. So begin to plan your wedding. But remember, for me, a wedding should have a budget. Please call 075 23 815 300. Please call or write your question on there. Okay, there's a question here. Let's read it. There's a saying that says, no one good for snake picking. I don't want a partner that snores or have bad breath. No one good for snake picking. Okay, so that means for her, she's saying neither of them, both of them are a no. She doesn't want bad breath and she doesn't want snoring. Okay, so let me put this to you. Sis that just said that, thank you so much for contributing, Sister Winifred. What about if the snoring now starts in the 7th year of marriage? What about if the mouth odor starts in the 4th year of marriage? What would you do? Will you divorce your husband? Will you divorce your wife? Will you divorce your husband? Will you divorce your wife? Because the person has bad breath or because the person is snoring? And you now go to Nigeria and have a meeting, and they call family meeting, and they ask you, sister, why don't you want your husband again? Is he cheating on you? You will say no. Is he not giving you money? You will say no, that's not the problem. They ask you different questions, you will say no. So what is the problem? You now say, because it snows at night. People will just laugh at you and say, hey, that's why you want to divorce your husband. So I think we need to think about it. Before marriage, yes, I agree with you if that is a no-no for you. But if you want to even do it the way these Christians were supposed to do it, you won't even know the man snores before marriage, would you? I think this kind of things, they have solution. Probably. If I like a man and his mouth is smelling, there's solution now. We'll go to dentist, dental care, hydrogen peroxide is very good. Sometimes it's just residue of food on the tongue and the inner throat that causes odor. It might be the kind of food he eats. Maybe he's not flossing. Maybe he's not using mouthwash after brushing. Maybe the man is even fasting that you will agree to marry him, and that's why his mouth is smelly. Who knows? Okay, sister says that means something triggered it. We will look for the cause and tackle it. Yes. If you really love him, that is a very good solution. We can look for the cause and tackle it. That one, there's solution. That one, there's solution. Yes, I agree. Something triggered it. Because these things can happen after marriage. What do you do? That means all of us should just be divorcing everybody. Because we have mouth odor or body odor. This odor thing is a very sensitive topic. I don't know how to tell somebody, but the thing is that I want my friend to tell me. All of you that are my friends on this thing now that you are looking at me now, don't let me call your name out. If I come near you and my mouth is smelling, please can you tell me? Brother Kelvin, Brother Larry says, what level of influence are parents allowed to have on their children's decision on who to marry? You see this brother Larry, he always tackle me with very, very difficult question. So if you can answer, please call and contribute on the mouth odor, on the red flags, on the brothers and sisters who stay around with no clear definition, on spending time together, building relationship. Please just call and contribute while we try and tackle brother Larry's question. He knows the answer, he's only testing me. For me, personally, I believe in influence. And I believe that everybody in this world is influenced by someone or something or the other. And I believe that as a mother, I have influence on my child. But there's a boundary to where my influence ends. I can influence my child's decision on anything, but I cannot choose for them. So for example, my child wants to study a particular course in the university, let's say psychology. And I'm in the health profession, and I just believe, maybe for one reason or the other, that maybe psychologists, they have to spend a long time in university before they actually get qualified and practice. And I believe that maybe that's not very good for her, or maybe I see some skills in her that she might not have seen. Maybe I see her more like somebody who talks a lot, who can be a lawyer. I can influence her decision, but ultimately it should come from her, and she should decide that, Mom, actually I want to study accountancy, and then I should back her up. Similarly with marriage, I'm not going to lie. If my daughter brings home a man who I feel is nasty, thank God I have both sexes of children. Or my son brings home a lady who just comes into the door and just go, oh, hi Edith. Hi Edith, how are you? Oh yes, I'm Michael's girlfriend. My son's name is Michael. Oh, I'm Michael's girlfriend. And she sits in the parlor and just behaving one kind. Me, I will call my son after the lady goes home. Because I always use the example of this woman that got married in the palace, this Kate Middleton, and this what's her name, Mako, the new one that just had baby, Archie's mother. I can put it to you. You know that today Donald Trump is in this country. I understand that it took 3 days to set the table for the dinner tonight. This dinner they want to eat, I think they say 175 people are coming. It took 3 days to set the table. And guess who oversaw the whole arrangement? The Queen herself. She oversaw the whole arrangement. It took 6 months to plan the menu for the dinner tonight because Donald Trump, the president of the world, is coming. So therefore, I can guarantee you that the day William would have taken Kate to the palace, and Kate went to the toilet to wee, and she did not flush the toilet after she finished weeing, and you know, she went and just ate, and she just ate anyhow and just did anyhow. Even the Queen will call William and say, oh boy, shine your eye well, oh, this girl, she doesn't have etiquette, she doesn't have poise, she doesn't have courage. And the Queen will influence William's decision to marry Kate, indirectly or directly. It's now left for William to now decide if he can work with those things the Queen mentioned or if he cannot. So for me, I think that I have a certain a level of influence as a mom over my children, but I do not, you know, give the ultimate or the final say. Because I think I would be stupid to say that I'm living in the United Kingdom and my child cannot marry a white man, or my son cannot marry a white girl. I think I'll be stupid to say that. So for me, setting those kind of boundaries, oh, nobody should marry a white person, don't marry Chinese, don't marry Indian, don't marry. For me, I will say that there are basic things you should look for. The person should be a Christian, you should have the same faith, the same beliefs, should like one another, be attracted to one another, like the same things. There should be some basics. And I will start teaching my children that from the beginning, from early on. Okay, thank you. Somebody's calling. Hello, caller.
Hi.
Hello, caller. Good evening.
Lady Edith. Good evening. Just calling to show my support for what you're doing, and just to say you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you very much.
And keep it up. We're very happy to watch you every Monday, and just to say well done. It's a really good job you're doing.
Thank you. As you're talking, I'm trying to pick the voice up to see who the
It's one of your fans. It's MSC in Gravesend.
Let me see Marco.
Yes. Are we live?
Oh
I
my
hope I'm not
darling,
live.
you are live. Oh my darling, thank you
Oh
so
my
much for calling. Oh, thank you
I
so
just
much.
had because I was watching and I thought, let me call in at least. There's no
Oh,
point
thank
watching
you. I
and
really
not showing
appreciate.
support.
Thank
Yeah,
you
you're
so
doing a
much.
fantastic job,
Thank you
and
so much.
just keep it up. We're all watching every Monday.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you too. Thank you, darling.
Thank you for calling.
Okay.
Have you got
Bye.
anything to contribute to our topic on relationship?
I just think when you're in the right one, you know, and when you're not in the right one, you know as well. It's not really about maybe people giving you advice. It's you know in your heart straight away already.
Yeah.
You see the signs to say, well, I'm in a good relationship here, and if it's not the good one, then you also see the signs to say, well, this is not the best for me. So I just think, and also we shouldn't put too much emphasis on having a relationship. If you don't have, you can have one with yourself. You know, there's many types of relationships, and you know, you just the happier you are as a person in yourself, the greater the chances you'll meet the right person and end up in the right place.
Exactly.
That's my contribution.
Exactly.
Let me leave it to the experts like you. But just keep up the fantastic work. Seriously, you're doing so well.
Thank you so much.
It's really good to see.
Thank you so much, Emily. God bless you.
No problem.
Thank
you, Miss Adebayo.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, I think my darling friend and sister, Yemisi, that I have known for over 35 years, she hit the nail on the head. You know, you have to be the right person. Many times we are looking for Mr. Right, Miss Right, but you need to work on yourself. Are you right yourself? If you're right, you will jam right. Yeah? So that's the way it goes. You have to be the right person. Work on yourself. And that's why the last month we talked about singleness, and we did explore some of those ideas. That you need to work on yourself. You need to be your own good person. Build your own self up. Because if you're not happy, you don't like yourself, trust me, no one will like you. And if you're not happy, even in marriage, you'll still not be happy. Sister Cheryl, thank you for contributing. You say both snoring and back breath is a turn off and a no on every level. If this happens within marriage, we would have to find solution, such as sleeping therapy for the snoring and seek dental care. Yes, so that's what we agreed on. That before marriage, it might be a no. The person, it might be a red flag for some. The person might be naturally a dirty person. A man might not be able to stand it if the woman has bad breath, and it might be a no because what is a red flag for you might not be a red flag for someone else. But when it comes to marriage, when you've actually gotten married and it happens, I don't think that is ground for divorce. I think that is something that we can actually work on. So another thing I want to talk about marriage is that please believe in yourself. Don't have a life of competition. I mentioned it during the 2 minute Sunday that if I am opportuned by the grace of Almighty God when my children want to get married to have a family meeting with their spouse's parents, I will ask them, Mr. and Mrs. Lagbaja, how much do you want to contribute to the wedding? If they say they have £10,000, and by the grace of God, me too, I have £10,000, and the children too have £10,000, I will advise them to use that 30,000, to use, if possible, 20 to 25 to buy their property and do a wedding for 5,000 as opposed to doing a wedding for 30,000. That is my own personal belief. I don't believe that we should spend all the money we have on just a few hours occasion, and then after marriage we are renting property. We can actually get on the property ladder and buy our own property. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I believe that makes more sense to me. I believe there's life after the wedding. You don't want to spend all your life savings doing a big wedding so that you can be on events and be on all the celebrity magazines and all the social media sites and flaunt it. I've got a ring now. Oh, look at my wedding gown. It cost $1,000 from this, that shop. Oh, my hall, the hall alone. You know, it's not competition. Do it according to your means. By all means, do it in a way that you will be happy, because it's a memorable day. It's a day you will never forget for the rest of your life. So it's very, very important to have photography, to have food, to have a nice venue, to have music, to have a beautiful dress. But it's important to change 5 times. As a bride, if you move your wedding dress off and you put on another nice dress, don't you think that is okay? Do you have to change 3 times? Do you have to have a makeup artist that will stay with you the whole day and charge you £500 to change your makeup from green eyes to pink eyes? Do you have to use a hall that is so gigantic and so big? Even Buckingham Palace hosting Donald Trump today, they still had a limit to the number of guests invited. The same thing with Harry and Meghan's wedding. There was a limited number of people that was invited. You don't have to throw your doors open to every single person. And then after the wedding, your first bill, you cannot even meet up your expenses. I really, really believe that you should discuss your wedding budgets as a couple and disagree to agree. Because I might say, honey, for me, it's very important that I have a very beautiful dress. That might be my own, the thing that is so important to me in the whole of the wedding. While honey might be saying that for him, he wants the pictures to be the top quality. So since that is his priority, the pictures, and my priority is the gown, we'll put those things as our number 1 and 2 in the budget. Then we now know how we're going to cut down on other things. There's always a way around it. I see so many people spend thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds on wedding, and after the wedding, you know, they are in financial difficulty. They're in financial difficulty. So please, do not plan your wedding according to the way the last sister in the church did hers. Because she had a limousine, and you know, they carried her with horse and carriage, and because you don't know her circumstances, you don't know her situation. Do not judge your life by other people's life. Have your own standards. Be a person of principles. Be you. Be you. Do you. Be your number 1 fan. Do you understand? And cut it down. Cut it down. We're spending so much on wedding. For me, I don't believe in this ashoebi of bataebi, igeleebi, ashoebi, jewelryebi stuff that people do. It's really nice to have ashoebi, but when you want to do ashoebi, why don't you think about your guests? Must we do ashoebi that you buy the lace for £150 and we're all paying £300 to buy your ashoebi? We can have Ankara for £50, or you take only gele, £30, and it's affordable to all. It's good for us to help and support one another, but we can cut these things down. Must you have live band and also have DJ? We can choose one. If you can afford it, please by all means go. If I can afford it for my child, I'll do it. But I'm just saying that we should have a budget when we want to get married and stick to the budget. Brother Lekon, thank you very much, sir, for joining. God bless you, sir. Brother Lekon is saying that in relationships, people know what's best for them, regardless of the advice you give them. Red flags are ignored. They still go ahead, either out of love or greed. Very, very true. And we will start rounding up with that point. Thank you very much, sir, for bringing that out of what we are talking about. Yeah, we ignore the red flags, and people marry for different reasons. For me, I've come to the conclusion that God is love, and love is God, and God ordained marriage. So for you to love me, you have to love God. You have to know God. How can I marry you if you don't know God, if you don't love God? Because God is love. How are you going to love me when you don't love God and you don't know God? And you're going to start having difficulties. Because people marry for beauty. You say, as I'm beautiful like this, so come and check me out in 30 years. You think I will still be like this? I'm getting old now. It's the truth. We have to face reality. Some people marry because of 6-pack. Even if that man has 6-pack, by the time you marry him and give him that your egusi soup and ogbono, maybe that 6-pack will turn to 4. People marry because the man is rich. What about if he loses that business, that contract? What will happen to the marriage? People marry because, you know, what about if he gets sick in the marriage? And that brings me to another point. I've been hearing this thing about how some men, they will leave their wife, in this our diaspora especially, because the woman is now not posh enough for you. Maybe by some chance you've gone and tushed yourself up. You abandon the woman with the children, and then you go and, you know, enjoy yourself out there, do what you like. Then many years later, your eye will open, you will now realize that you did a mistake, you left your wife, you will now come and beg. Me, I won't take that man back anyway. By that time, they finish using him, he now has all the diabetes and cardiovascular risk and high blood pressure, then he's going to come and carry old age. No, we are going to work together. We are going to work together. Marriage is about building an empire, and we need emotional intelligence. We need spiritual wisdom. We need the love of God. We need skills to work together in marriage to make it work. Marriage is complicated. When your pastor comes on the scene and tell you, me and mommy pastor, we don't fight, it's not true. The way your bishop was saying to you the other day, when those bishops come on the pulpit, oh, before I start preaching, I want to dedicate this one to mommy pastor, mommy in the house, number one mommy in the house, the best woman. It's all a lie. They will not say that they quarreled. Only the genuine pastors who are few and far apart will tell you the truth, that even they have problem. Somebody told me last week, live, a pastor's wife, she needs to book appointments to see her husband, and she's a pastor's wife. Her husband is the pastor, that the GO of the universe, overseer, bishop, archbishop of their church, and she's the mommy number one senior pastor's wife. She needs to book appointment. Who will she book appointment with? Pastor secretary to see him, and they are living in the same house supposedly. How do you say that? So please don't judge your marriage, don't judge your relationship by anyone's standard, including the standard of your parents. If your mommy and daddy, they did their own like that, they were married for 35 years, 50 years, they are still married, glory be to God. Stay on your own lane. You are you. You are not me, and I am not you. Okay? Brother Larry says, today's program has been insightful so far. Big ups, Lady Edith. Thank you very much, Brother Larry, all the way from Nigeria joining me. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. So I'm going to round up by just saying that it's very important. You know, we're talking about relationships because we're looking at this before we actually get into the marriage itself. There's a lot of things that can be done, that can be sorted, that can be looked into, that will avoid problem in the future when you now get married. So it's not just about, I love you, you love me, let's set a date, let's get married. There's a lot of things you can do way before you actually say I do. Because once you say I do, that is it. The young ones need to hear this. Well said. Thank you, Miss Sister Carol. Don't rush, please. If you are a young girl, please, I want to coach young sisters. The Bible says that the older one should coach the younger one. Me that you are saying, I've been through it all. I have a lot of experience, personal experience. I'm going to share. If you want to, you want to know more, feel free to contact me by email. My email is ladyedithadebayo@gmail.com. Lady Edith Adebayo @gmail.com. We will talk. We have to help one another. I believe that we have to help one another. The sun does not shine to give heat to itself or light to itself. Neither does water come to quench its own thirst. It's for other people. What experience I know, I will share with you. I will support you. And if you're in marriage, you're having a difficult time, please try and seek support, seek counseling. Don't be in it alone. You don't have to suffer alone. Reach out to someone to help you. Be mindful at the same time of those people that you're telling your marital problems to. And, just take life easy. Thank you very, very much, everybody. I'm going to end the show now. For everybody that joined me, please, can we see Facebook? Did we have viewers from Facebook? We don't have viewers from Facebook. Now, my viewers, we have to work on that too. I have to go on social media. I'm not on Facebook. I have to see a way of going to Facebook so that my program can reach out to more people. I'd like to beg you that you should please help me to share, subscribe, share the video, share. We are live here every first Monday of the month. Please share so that more people can join the program and be blessed. And also, I'd like to invite you to our church for our next family edition, our couples program. We try to run this program 3 times a year, and we address this kind of issues. And the next one is this very month of June, on the 22nd, 129 Trafalgar Street, Gillingham in Kent. We'll be here from 4 p.m. that day. You can come with your family. We'll be looking at a topic called building your empire. What we mean by empire is your family, because remember, you and your husband, you and your wife, you came together 2. Then before you know, you have another child. Those ones get married, they have children. Those ones get married. You are building an empire. It's a gift. It's something God has put in your hand. It's an empire. You have to take it seriously. Working with your husband, building these children up. You are building an empire. and we're going to be looking at that topic on the 22nd of June here in Christ the Rock International Ministries. And we're going to add a tweak to it. We're going to be talking about emotional intelligence, because the way I grew up is not the way I can bring up the children that we are bearing in the diaspora. They don't think like us. They are fast. If I want to know what any word means, I want to know the meaning of female, all I need to do is type in Google. When I was young, there was no Google. I have to go and look for dictionary. So things have changed. So we as parents, we need to change, and we need to be smart, and we need to be sharp. We have to get there before them, so that they do not fall into trouble with all this gang culture and things that are happening. So please join us in Christ the Rock International Ministries on the 22nd of June. Building your empire using emotional intelligence. You are all welcome with your husbands, your wife, your children, your babies, your youth, your toddlers, your teenagers. Come and let us have fun together. Thank you very, very, very much. Shout out to my sister program, Sister Jane, on Your Health with Pidgin English, and Sister Chichi Zubi, Anything Goes with Chichi Zubi, and our pastor also has a program on the CTRIM radio. Please tune in. We are going to be doing more programs as the year goes by, and God will give us the grace. Thank you very, very, very much for tuning in today. God bless you. Have a pleasant evening.